really trying to look at different kind of combinations, look at how we want to play offensively in the half court. Defensively, how much can we stretch the court out? Can we force action and still be the kind of team that plays, percentages? So we're going to be experimenting with a lot of stuff, and I told them that. There's some things that we'll do defensively that we have not done here in the past. I just want to try it. There's some things offensively that we're going to try that we really haven't done much in the past, but I want to try it. And I may like it, I may not.
Cal, what you've practiced so far, what have you seen with Reid and PJ together and then separately?
Well, we are a physical team that we haven't been, because you can also throw Keldon in there and a couple of the guards. I mean, both Emmanuel and Ashton. You're talking about a physical bunch. So those two have played together, I think, once. And the rest of the time they've gone against each other. And I think I'm going to have them going against each other today. I was going to do something different, but I'm just going to go with what we've been doing right now. So they've done fine. Tell them when you're on a team on the court together, make sure you're playing for each other.
Cal, experience, how much of a head start is this? How much more do you hit the ground running when the season starts? Game one, when you get this time?
I don't think game one, but I'll tell you what'll happen is that when we get back, we'll be working on individual work to shore up guys more than team stuff, because I'm doing a lot of team stuff now. So we're ahead of where we should be with the kind of teams that we've had historically. But that's why you can come back. We don't have to, we're not pressed to get started. We did a lot of work before they go back. When we're done with the Bahamas, they go, I think they go home for about 8 or 9 days. Then we come back and we get started.
So there's no concern at all about doing too much? I mean, you talk a lot, you don't want your team to look like March and January. There's no concern of, because you start so early of
I've already told them we're going to make mistakes. I said, are we really going to be a good execution team when we go down to Bahamas? They said, no. I said, can't be. We haven't been together long enough. But I want to see you play hard. I want to see you compete. I want to see you see things and then fix it. Things happen in the game. Just, work your way through it. Trying to get him to talk more. Reid really, really talks because he's done this a long time. He's trying to get the other guys to talk as well. We have a couple freshmen who have never, they don't say anything on the court, never have. Now they've got to start. So it's, I'm not, all that kind of stuff. We're going to be what we are down there. The things that I want us to try to see if it works for this team, we'll have enough in. But there's things that we do, that we haven't put in and won't try it down there. Stuff that I know works for our team.
Will everybody be a full go down there in the house?
I don't know. Jamal has not practiced probably for 4 or 5 days. And his knee had swelled, so he's been out. But everybody else has been pretty good.
How does Reid look to you? You've seen him in the flesh now on the court.
Well, it's been good. It's been good because he's, there are times he struggles to get the ball in. And I said, all the tape I watched, I never saw you miss a shot like that. I said, tell the guys why you're missing some of those. He said, length. Like all of a sudden you're out there and everybody's really long and big. And so I said, it's the best thing for him. And then physically, he's beating some guys up a little bit, which is good for them. EJ. I mean, EJ he's better than I thought. Like, whew, I didn't realize he had he's a basketball player. 6'11", but he's a basketball player.
Reid having the experience that he's had, a year of experience, how does that translate to how he plays, how he causes young guys to work?
Well, he's not tried to take over the team. He's done it through just playing, and that stuff all develops over time. And I think you got to talk to him. We have some freshmen who are looking at this, and one of them told Joel that, I know you told me this was hard, but this is ridiculous. And then one of the others, we thought we were being, the way we were being coached and taught and all that, and now you're here, it's totally different. Like this is, and the good news is we got some veterans, like PJ right now, you could see there's no anxiousness, his body looks good. His starting point last year was here. Well, here's his starting point now. Now let's see where we can go. Quad A, his body looks way better. Like he's lost some weight, he looks faster and quicker. And that's been good. And Nick, I told Nick, we met in the office last night, and I just told him, you've never been a better player in your life. You know, because they're all wanting to, they want to please me, and Nick really does. And I'm like, Nick, you got to be in love with you. You got to please yourself, and try to define a little bit of what he could do. So I really think some of the guys, you don't have that hard a job. You just got to play really hard and run really fast and go after every rebound. Well, that's really hard. Let me just shoot some jumpers. I mean, you say it's easy, but it's hard to play that way and be that guy. So, but I've been pleased. I mean, they try, they're coachable. They don't talk enough, which is normal. This is August. I'm trying to be a little bit aggressive at times because I need them to deal with it. I'd rather get that out of their system now than come back in September and October and you start coaching somebody and the guy cries. You know, we just, let's go. Let's understand what this is. This is for real. So,
Have you talked about just wanting to be around this team more than some in the past? What is it? What makes you want to be around a group of guys?
Because you gotta, look, there's a couple things that you can't transfer. Someone else's relationship with a player, that doesn't transfer. You gotta create your own. And the only way you can really get to where you have the trust you need in this situation is you're there. You can't do it from a distance. You guys know in the summers I like to get out of here. This summer I wasn't gone that much. And I was gone, but I was not that much. I was going at least 3 hours a week. Of the 4 that we had, 3 hours was with me. Normally I would say, you guys deal with that, I'll come back. I just think this team needed a head start, especially these young kids, and so, you know, I made that decision, and my wife was gone, she liked it. So, no, and to be honest, I'm loving it. Like, the past, I don't know how many days we've been going since Friday, I don't know what day it is, but I've really enjoyed being in the gym. Like, you know, and how about this, a couple days I was there by myself, old school. I had no assistants. I coached the team with no assistants. No one, it was just me. I can remember my UMass days where there were days like that where the assistants weren't recruiting. I had the team by myself. I didn't know back then that's not how it was supposed to be. You're supposed to have a staff with you, really. I had no idea. So, you know, I said I went back to old school a little bit.
Cal, I know you can't talk about specific recruits, but in general, what's the process for continuing to recruit a guy after he's committed and telling the family all those things, what they want to hear?
You know, I don't want to get into the recruiting stuff. We've been so fortunate and blessed that families have trusted us with their children. But this isn't for everybody. This is really hard, and you have to want this as bad as we want you. And I am always looking for guys who have always dreamed of playing at Kentucky. Then I got to find out, are they good enough? Because there may be 100,000 of those. But there are only 3 or 4 that are good enough to really be here that make that work. But if we look at those guys first, and then again, you have to have a great faith in your own ability and confidence that you're not, like, I don't promise anybody they'll start or play and how much you're gonna shoot the ball. I just don't do it with anybody. Which some kids need that, and that's okay. I mean, you just wouldn't be here. But, you know, it's the way we recruit. I've recruited the same way everywhere I've been. I think it's been pretty good overall, and you know what? And it's been good for the kids. Like, here's for you guys, and most of you know basketball, but we have kids that will leave here, yet stay in touch. Like, still text me, call me, asked me for advice. Kyle just invited me to his wedding. I mean, this is the way we do this. They know we're honest. Sometimes they look and say, I shouldn't have been here, or I need to try this somewhere else, but I love you, Coach. I love what you try, and we're good with that here. This isn't, we don't take this personal. There's no, I don't get mad at anybody. You want to go somewhere else? I'm happy for you. Go, go.
Are you a fan of the summer changes or the proposed changes?
I haven't seen them all, but I think that we need to have these kids in teams as much as we can. If they're going to let high schools do it, I met with the head of the high schools here in Kentucky, and hey man, get teams together and because here's what happens. Again, evaluation. I want you to think in terms of this. They put 300 kids in a gym, and they divide them up by size, and they play for a coach they've never seen before, with players they've never seen before. How's that going to work out? But you got 3 days. Okay, they're with a point guard that never passes. So the kid took 2 shots in the week, and he's Devin Booker. No one even knew who the kid was. And when they're on their own team, even if it's an AAU team or a summer league team or whatever you want to call it, that coach has begun the evaluation for us. He's put them in the spots that they're supposed to be. The guys that are supposed to shoot it the most, shoot it the most. The guys that aren't supposed to shoot, don't shoot. And they practice, and then they play, and then it's competitive, and they do that. So why are we getting away from that? I mean, however we want to do it, we should do that. So having the high school associations put together team camps, perfect. It's perfect. For our state, I think it would be outstanding. Get as many teams as they can. I just went to Louisville. They had 40 courts. Let them all go over there and play and go for 3 or 4 days. And now no one gets missed, and every kid in this state gets an opportunity to be seen and get a scholarship. That's fine. But to throw them together, who's naming the coaches? Someone calling the kids, hey, I made sure you were playing for that coach. I mean, how is this? I don't know.
Last question, guys.
Coaching by yourself, was it old hat? Were there times that you were missing your assistant?
I'm not as bouncy as I used to be. I can't get in the stance the way I used to be, where I could really get low. My butt would almost hit the floor. Now my butt almost hits the floor. Who's laughing?
John, what's the level of competition going to be like in the Bahamas?
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I mean, the 3 teams, the European teams, including Canada, Kyle was supposed to play on the Canadian team, and then he got that contract, so he's not coming. But, and you don't know if someone will pop in, somebody, a player, but it'll be good. It'll be good. And it's, again, there's a bigger picture. Do we want to win every game you play? Yeah. But this is going to be a hard deal. We lose a couple, we lose 3, whatever it is. Did we learn about this team? And that's what I want to do. I don't know if I'll coach or not. I'm probably going to let the assistants coach the games, and I'll sit up in the seats, so it gives me a better chance to watch and learn from them.
All right, thanks, folks.
Thanks.